Almighty God, we gather together with agreement in this wonderful day. Bless us all. Dear Lord, we pray to you at this moment, asking for your blessings and guidance. We ask for divine providence in the important matter that we will discuss today. We humbly ask you to clearly show the path and we meet our task with grateful heart. O Lord, bless us, bless us all with all part of your heart. Almighty, we praise and thank you for this beautiful day and pardon us for our mistake. Father, bless us all. Thank you.
Hello. Hello everyone. I'm Dr. Rajashree. Nothing would have been possible without our great master, Dr. Henneman. I would like to express our sincere gratitude to the founder and the man behind the homeopathic art and science, Dr. Samuel Henneman. Dr. Henneman, who was a genius by birth and a very successful allopathic doctor with his keen observation skills and inquisitive mind, found out the flaws in modern medicine rather than the cure the sufferings it brought to humanity. His never ending thirst for knowledge and perfection eventually led him to find the highest idol of cure, the homeopathy. We, the homeopathic fraternity, forever will be grateful to him. People all over the world for more than 200 years now are benefiting from this healing art, all thanks to Dr. Henneman. His entire life was dedicated for the welfare of suffering humanity. Whatever the disease may be, the chronic, acute, drug-induced, patients have always found solace in homeopathy under true homeopathic practitioners. Even animals also have benefited from this homeopathic art. Now, in this time of pandemic also, homeopathy has contributed immensely as a preventive as well as curative. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Over
Dr.
to Dr. Nitisha.
Yeah, thank you so much,
For
Dr.
IHMA.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, Anupriya. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Nidisha. I'm here to give a brief introduction about Indian Homeopathic Medical Association. So, IHMA is a pioneer organization of allied qualified homeopaths of India, and with its presence along the length and breadth of the country, IHMA has been relentless in its efforts to upbring the quality of Indian homeopathy and its practitioners. The main objectives of IHMA are to improve the quality of homeopathic medical practice and medical education, to maintain the honor and dignity, and to uphold the interest of profession of homeopathic practice, and to promote cooperation amongst the members thereof, to stand for and facilitate the integrated medical research in homeopathy, to promote and advance homeopathic system of medicine and allied sciences, and improve public health thereby. To achieve the above-mentioned goals, IHMA conducts regular continued medical education programs, medical camps, leadership training camps for doctors with the help of the following subsidiary division. The first one is Homeopathic Medical Panorama, the official journal of IHMA, a tri-monthly medical journal. Second one is Indian Homeopathic Research Center, or IHRC, the research wing of IHMA, which conducts and promotes research in homeopathic system of medicine by formulating parameters of supporting, conducting active research in homeopathy. And finally, IHMA School of Homeopathy, which proposes a comprehensive package imparting meticulous personal training for cultivating the necessary skills which are essential for effective homeopathic practice. I would like to invite everyone present here to kindly join IHMA. We have yearly as well as lifetime membership plans. For more details, please contact Dr. Deepu. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nitisha. Now, I would like to welcome Anupriya to give a faculty introduction.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So I would like to introduce today's faculty. So today's speaker we have Dr. Surjit Singh Mekar with the topic Role of Homeopathy in Pets. This shows the diversity of homeopathy again. So Dr. Singh, an international acclaimed veterinary homeopathic physician and consultant and independent researcher with BVSC and AH, MSc IT, MCA, MF Homeopathy, and member faculty of homeopathy in Malaysia with DTS Direct Trainer skill. Dr. Singh, a joint director in Animal Husbandry Department, Punjab, India. Dr. Singh is specialized in veterinary and international acclaimed veterinarian homeopath. Dr. Singh, faculty at LCH UK, the London College of Homeopathy, and life member of IAVH, that is International Association of Veterinary Homeopathy. From IHMA Kerala State Chapter, I show my sincere gratitude. Welcome, sir.
This session is sponsored by Advent Biotech. Thanks. Hello.
Hello, doctor. Welcome, sir. You can start the session.
You can unmute yourself, sir. Subjit sir, can you unmute yourself, sir?
It is okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's okay. You can start. No problem, sir.
Screen is okay now?
Yeah, it is okay now, sir. We can see the presentation.
Okay. Should I start with this presentation?
Yeah. You can start.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, faculty. This is role of my topic of today's role of homeopathy in pets. Myself, Dr. Sujit Singh Makkar. I'm a veterinarian. Then I turned veterinary homeopath after seeing so many miracles in homeopathy. That's I have turned to homeopathy. Since 2000, I have developed one website that is vethomeopath.com, and through that website, I'm giving free online treatment in the world. I treat right from sparrows to elephants with homeopathy only. It is okay?
Yes, sir. It's clearly visible. It's clearly heard.
The screen is not moving.
Sir, can you just press an escape, sir? Then you can get the.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
You will move the screen now to next slide.
No. You can. You are sharing from your laptop now, so you only can do the screen change.
So it is not moving over here.
Okay, sir. I will call you. Just a moment.
Yes, it is okay now. Hello? It is okay?
Yes, doctor, you can proceed.
Okay. So principles, a system of medicine based on the principle of like your like, similia similus curantur, uses the smallest dose possible to produce a response. That is the beauty of homeopathy medicine. Otherwise, what happens in large animals, we have to give large doses of antibiotics. Antibiotics are given only on kg basis, per kg body weight. You can understand our opinion कि how costly the antibiotics they are in animals. Usually a cow or a buffalo or a elephant weighs about 500 kilograms. It is 5 quintals. This means we need a It is okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is okay.
It gives a very high amount of this medicine to the animals, and with homeopathy it is only possible to give the smallest dose possible to produce a response. Reasons: this principle was first described in Hindu writings over and
So it's not audible.
it is okay.
Yes, sir. It's audible now.
I should share the screen again now. Hello.
Yes, sir. Please do the same.
It is okay now.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay. Peeling an onion leads to sore, runny eyes, itchy nose, and sneezing. Allium cepa used to treat hay fever and cold. Same is the situation with our pets. Whenever our dog or a cat get this runny eyes and itchy nose and sneezing, there is a itchy nose and runny eyes and runny nose also, then we have given this allium cepa and dulcamara, and we are getting best and best results from these situations. Nettle stings produce a burning, itchy wheal on the skin. Urtica urinae is a good remedy for similar skin lesions, and we use Urtica urines in a very frequently for itchy problems. Arsenic poisoning causes severe vomiting and diarrhea with burning pains and chilliness. Arsenic kelp very effective in gastroenteritis and food poisoning. Yes, we use arsenic in a very frequently. We are using it because in our animals they usually get food poisoning due to eating of bad the bad breads, and so many issues are there, and we have severe diarrhea and vomiting with them. And arsenic kelp, this has given marvelous results, and within no time our pets get cured with arsenic kelp. Hello,
Excuse
it is okay
me,
now?
sir, if you don't mind. Sir, if you
Hello,
don't mind, could you please tell the frequency and repetition of
it is okay. Hello,
it's audible?
it is
Okay.
audible.
Yeah, it is audible, sir. It's
It
audible.
is okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Example of similia principle in medicine. Radiotherapy, which is used to treat cancer, also causes it. Amphetamines, which produce hyperactivity, are used to treat hyperactive children. And same cases are with our animals when they are hyperactive, these calves, newborn pups, and newborn kittens. So we treat them with amphetamines and immunization. Treatment of erythromelalgia with Praxaline. Basis of treatment: homeopathy works with the body's response to illness, and remedies are prescribed according to symptoms. Yes, we do take symptoms. In the next slides, I will let you know how to take these symptoms. One remedy can be used to treat several ailments. One ailment may need to be treated with different remedies in different patients. Yes, like arsenic kelp, when we give it, when there is a diarrhea along with the vomiting, and there's a lot of issues it may cause some nausea also. So there are several conditions, but we give only one medicine, that is arsenic kelp. Hello, it is okay?
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
audible. You can
Okay.
go on. Thank you.
One ailment may need to be treated with different remedies. Taking the case, yes. How to take the case? We suggest the acronym LACAM as an aid to memorize location. Location is very, very important in our case. The problems you have decided to treat. Etiology, yes. What had happened around the time it started to be ill. Etiology is very, very important, and we have to define the etiology first. Why this food poisoning occurs? We have to remove the cause also. We have to check the feed. We have checked all the issues related with the etiology. Otherwise, we treat the animal, and the animal may take again that food, and that causes problems. That's why etiology is very, very important, and we have to define uh, what is the cause. And concomitant, they are the symptoms accompanying the main complaint without any pathological relation to the main complaint. Yes, we take into consideration of all the concomitant. These are the only complaints. So we have to take in animals, in pets, we are taking more consideration of these pathological conditions, because sometimes owner doesn't do anything, and the patient comes to us with only pathological reasons. But sometimes when we observe the case, they let us know everything, how this happens, and how many days it happens. We have to observe everything. We have to ask owners a lot of questions, how to take the case. This is our main observation, is our main funda in veterinary homeopathy. Should we try to make every symptom as far as complete and include concomitants? Then modality, yes, modality is very, very important in animals. They choose whenever which we assume therefore makes it feel better. Animals, whenever they're in pain, when they are in problem, they always sit on that side which they feel better. That is the main modality we have to observe. This is only by observation we come to know whatever a pet or a dog or our cat or our buffalo or our cow is feeling. We have to consideration his modality. Anything make it better or worse. When it is scratching, it will go to some hard object and it will start scratching. This means we come to know that animal is have a severe scratching, or it bites over there. The dogs and cats, whenever they have itching, they bites that point, that bites that area. It is okay? It is okay? Hello?
Yes, sir, it's okay. You can proceed.
Okay, okay. You may have a lot of symptoms. So rather than look up 10 or 15, so next try to find 4 really clear ones, each from a different aspect of the case. So next you need to evaluate them, that is decide what is useful homeopathically. Look for the things which seem unusual. That is very, very important. The unexpected, the thing which makes you think that is odd, that is uncommon. That is very, very important in our veterinary cases also. We always try to find PQRS, peculiar, cure, rare, strange, and uncommon symptoms. And that is our very, very basics of homeopathy. And we have to find out these symptoms only on these basis. uncommon symptoms, strange symptoms, rare, cure, and this peculiar. For instance, you would expect a sick animal to lie around quietly. So a sick animal which is restless and always moving is more unusual. Like in our arsenic case, whenever there is a problem of, whenever the case of arsenic is there, he is always a restlessness. He always tossing about here and there and moving about and there and so and so and it drinks, takes sips of water usually, and it never sits on a mud place. That is the beauty of arsenic patient. It never sits on a wet place or a mud place. And in opposite is the sulfur patient, which always sit on a wet place or a mud place. That is the beauty of this homeopathy, from where we can judge and from where we can distinguish between arsenic patient and a sulfur patient. Likewise, a cow with a painful quarter, you would not expect it to lie on the affected quarter and press it against the ground when it is painful. It is always try to, the painful part is always upside. We have to write down chosen 4 to 8 symptoms and look them up in the repertory. In the repertory, the symptoms are written as rubrics, as you know very well. They are in alphabetical order, and we use this language of homeopathy as rubrics so that one may easily move into the more comprehensive, preventive repertories later. Look for which remedy seems to occur in the list most often. Then check your chosen medicine in the Materia Medica or to make sure that symptoms picture matches the remedy picture. Now you may find your own acronym for remembering how to get a complete picture, but without getting to totality. You will not find it easy to get this similium. Yes, this is very, very important in veterinary homeopathy because our patients, they never speak. So we have to find their constitution by observations, by talking with our owner of the patient. That is in animals, it is somewhat difficult to find a similium, but by experience and following all the principles of this homeopathy, like this Lackham and locality, what is the causes and what is that, and PQRS symptoms, we are definitely treating these pets with homeopathy in miracles. You can see there are miracles everywhere in homeopathy when we treat with the animals with homeopathy. Doctrine of complete symptoms and concomitants. A symptom is said to be complete when the following elements are present: location, sensation, modality, and concomitant. We have already discussed it. This is a doctrine of pathological journals. Pathological journals, they are very, very important in veterinary science because in our animals, because patients come with moreover with the pathological journals. They reveal the state of the whole body and its changes in relation to the constitution. Yes. Then over here, after seeing all the constitution level, then we try constitutional remedies. We do use constitutional remedies like Lexis. Like Lexis patient is always a very, very suspicious patient. Whenever it will follow the person who it want to, he is suspicious on that person, and whenever it is gets a chance, it will bite that person. That is Lexis patient. It is okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The pace is correct. Yeah.
Okay, okay. The chapter Sensation and Complaint in Journal is full of examples of pathological journals. Then Doctrine of Causation and Time. Boger has given the adequate importance to causative modality and time modality. In homeopathy, in veterinary homeopathy, we do use this Boger and Boynston's repertories because there are somewhat more on the this pathological journals. That's why we do use Boger and Bongsin laboratories moreover over the other laboratories, because they are clear cut. They give clear cut symptoms on pathological journals. Clinical rubrics: in the absence of characteristic symptoms, clinical conditions are very useful in grouping medicines, which can be further narrowed down with the help of modalities and concomitants, as we have already told, to finally select one among them. That is very, very important. Otherwise, there are a lot of medicines comes when we fed one symptom. So there are a lot of remedies, but we have to take totality of the symptoms. And this is the beauty of the homeopathy. Whenever we find one remedy, that is totality of that patient, and that is the you can say portrait of that remedy, and that leads to a miracles, you can say like that. Then the Boker has used the same 5 grading of medicines as you hear Bongsin's in therapeutic pocketbook. The grading is based on the frequency of appearance of symptoms in the provers. He used 5 different topography to represent these grades: capital, then bold, then italic. Their numbers are given. For capital, it is 5 numbers, and for bold, for it is 4 points, and italic, it is 3 points. Roman, it is 2 points. Roman in parentheses is only 1 point. That is how his grading is done about our remedies. This is Materia Medica. Symptoms produced by poisonings, symptoms produced by provings, symptoms relieved when remedy given for other symptoms, then selecting the remedy, detailed homeopathic history. History is very, very important. And in our veterinary cases, we take the history from owner of the patient. Here, the owner of the patient is very, very important to us, because he is the only person who gives us history. How this disease occurs, and how when this pet is ill, and how is behaving, and how is if he's biting some strangers, or he's very, very polite, he's very, very gentle, or he's very, very playful. And whenever he told us all the issues, like whenever he told us there's some bleeding problem, and when he told us he's playful also, and fast force, fast force is remedy. That is how we come to know the constitution of the this our pets and animals. After the periodization, we come to know about this our remedy. History, details of presenting complaint, then etiology, aggravations, ameliorations, modalities. How this patient is get this problems, what is the causative agent, aggravations, and when suppose that there's a whenever there's a case, when scratching, if one comes to us, if a case comes to us, and his owner complains to us that our dog is doing scratching all the time. No, he's not doing scratching all the time. Then we ask him when he does it more, in the morning, in the evening, in the night, or during the daytime. So this is how we take the case. This is by observation. Then ameliorations. Then we ask our owner of the patient how he gets relaxed. If he goes to some water tub, if he gets himself a wet, or if he comes outside from his room, or if he want to live in indoors, how he feels better. That's very, very important in ameliorations in taking the case. Then modalities, as you know, I have told you, this is all very, very important modalities. How he sits, what is the posture he is adopting, and what he likes to eat, and like that. Etiology, trauma, bereavement, never well since, how much days it is ill, Then pregnancy, how many days it is pregnant, this animals. Menopause is there. Yes, in animals also there's a menopause also. Glandular fever, if there's any fever at any stage. Aggravations, conditions that make symptoms worse. That is very, very important for us. And we do ask our owners how the things are getting aggravated. Then ameliorations, how the symptoms got improved if he wet himself, or if he goes outside, or if he remains inside, like that, like that. Modalities, conditions qualifying a symptom. So general symptoms, patient's reaction to their environment, heat, cold, weather. Sometimes there's a severe heat and animals gets problems, and we go with that animal with a natrum or China and so on and so on. And whenever there's a change in the weather, yes, our animals also they get ill when there's a change in the weather. So Dulcamar is the best medicine. We have used it in already. We are most probably we use these remedies in 30 potency, and less frequently we use in 200 potency and other potencies. Most probably we use them in 30 potency. Food like or dislikes, yes. When it is crave, some pickles or some fat or some non-veg or some salt or some sweets. That is the basic point we ask everybody, owner of the patient, okay, what is the craving of this dog or cat? Periodicity, frequency of symptoms, yes, this is very, very important. Where symptoms, they come weekly, they come yearly, or they come monthly. Yes, this is very, very important, because periodicity is very, very important in animals, because in pets, because there are so many diseases in there is a periodicity. Suppose there is a temperature, which is one day it is temperature, and evening no temperature. Next day in the evening there will be temperature, and the next day morning will be again a temperature. That is also called the three sickness disease, and so many diseases are there. It is okay. It is okay now.
Yes,
Hello.
sir, you're audible.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Then these are mind and mental symptoms. Then some anxious. We come to know about the restlessness. Whenever our pets, they are restlessness, they are very, very anxious. They are anxious on anticipation. Suppose we want to move to them certain place, and they are very, very anxious, and they are depressed sometimes. And from the depression, we come to know they will keep their head low, and they will not make your contact with your eyes, and that is the VP position and depressed position. And by consolation, yes. And whenever we give them consolation, we put our hand over them, and we start loving them with our hands. We are rubbing our hands on their body, and they feel consolations. Okay, that is very, very important in pulsatilla. And we define all these constitution. Whenever there is a better by consolation, and it starts it starts more and more sticky with you, that is consolation, and that's a pulsatilla patient. And easily bored, yes, there are certain patients which are very, very get easily bored. Jealous, yes, jealous is very, very important in animals, because they are jealous of their fellow companion. Whenever there's a load of dogs kept in one house, and they are very, very jealous of if the owner attends one of them and neglect the other, they feel very, very jealous. And we certainly give so many medicines for this jealous. Then TD, then fears, yes, they are very, very fears. Then as you know, there are very, very good medicines in homeopathy for fears. They fear from thunders, they fear from strangers, and they fear from shy from strangers. They don't like the company of others. So these are all the constitutions of the same apply. These only constitutional medicines whenever these problems are there. Then routine matters and resentments. Resentments are always there. They will not eat any food. They will they will get angry. They will start barking upon you. Like that, they show the resentment. Like that, we have to how to. This is how to find their mind and mental symptoms. We have to be very observational attitude. That is how we can judge these dogs and cats from their mind symptoms. Then the general appearance, where we go to the general appearance, there are, if there's any redness on their face, if there's any, if they are nervous, if they are laid back, absent-minded, then they are prim and proper. Like this arsenic patients, they are always very neat. They always try to keep them neat, and they are very smart, like horses. We immediately come to know that this is arsenic horse or this is a sulfur horse, because if there is any patient which is sulfur patient, it is a hot patient, it always sit on the mud, and naturally whenever it sits on the wet place or a mud place, it will get dirty. That is the main point to how to differentiate between a arsenic and sulfur patient. And arsenic patients were always neat and clean every time. That's how we differentiate between this arsenic and sulfur. Extremely neat and color coordinated, deeply blonde, lakes energy, yes. Same type in human beings. Our animals also, some whenever they get sick, when they get disease, they lacks the energy. And the flabby handshake, you can say, yes. You can't say the animals they don't make handshakes. Yes, they make handshakes. You have seen some in pics and pictures. These dogs and cats, they usually, and whenever they are happy, they make the handshakes. And when they ever get a disease, they never handshake with you. Then the shy hides behind mother. Yes, this is very important. Whenever they hide behind the mother, or they hide some behind some objects, or they hide somewhere in the rooms, this means some problem is there, and that is a rabies case. In rabies, all these dogs or cats, they hide themselves in the darkest corner of the house, and that is how we come to know that they are going to affected by this rabies. This anxious to please, yes, sometimes they are very hard to please, same like human beings. Animals, whenever they get diseased, whenever we offer them certain very good things, you take this one, you take this one, you like this one, and this is very anxious to please them. They never maintain a eye contact at the time of when they were fully sick. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good.
I'm going wonderful, sir.
Oh, that's great. Animal, these are relevant kingdoms are there. As you know, the medicines are prepared from these animals, minerals, and vegetable plants. Animal hunted victims, prey pursued, escaping. Then the minerals, these are certain medicines. Then plants, these are some of the, we do use all these sensitive parts, and whenever there is sensitive to surroundings and light and warmth, we use all the plant medicines. And when there is a problem with structural terms, then the cracking, then suppose there is a problem, we got maximum cases of cracking of cracking of skin is a main issues in veterinary homeopathy in dogs and cats. There's a cracks on the skin, there's a cracks on their nipples, there are cracks on the in turtles. Only a few days back, I have treated one case of a turtle. That has a only his skull is turtled. His skull, his skin, you can say totally his skin is cracks, and I treated that case with only with graphites, and best medicine is only graphite in that case. So we do use this all the issues with them, and all the whenever there is a problem with their some structures, we use animals data like carbo animals like that. These are prepared from minerals, plants, as you know very well, insects, snakes, disease products. These are some of the additional information using homeopathy. First steps, we have to use first our basic principles. Yes, whenever we told to our people how to start this with homeopathy, we have to know what is the basic principles of homeopathy. We have to remember, and we have to choose single remedy, not a lot of medicine. Then there's no, you can't say then there's no difference between a allopathy and homeopathy. If we give 3 to 4 medicines and join them, and you don't know which remedies affecting or is it not affecting, you know. So we have to take every symptom into account. We have to take peculiar and this peculiar symptoms, peculiar. Then we have to do this case, and then we are only we get miracles. Yes. It is okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. No problem.
Then we use selecting some potency, then assessing a response, then when to repeat or wait. This is our basic principles. We have to assess our response. Then we have to select a proper potency, whether it is 6 potency, whether it is 30 potency, whether it is 200. In an emergency, the best potency is the one you have. This is the principle which we are following. Any potency we have in emergency, we will give that. That is not a problem. Then dosing, not based on body weight. Yes, this is very, very beauty of this homeopathy. In a sparrows, we give only and in other animals, in elephants, we give only many elephants and with only 3 drops of medicine. This is the beauty of our homeopathy. That it is not based on body weight. It is same is given for a sparrow and same medicine is given for a elephant. Medicine contact mucous membranes. Yes, we are very, very conscious about giving them. We do use this oral route. Then we use some nasal route, and we use also this vaginal route. We use 3 routes whenever actually the cats, they never cooperate in taking medicines. So we have to use this their intervaginal route. Otherwise, these pets they take easily medicine through mouth, or sometimes we give with biscuits also. We put some 3 to 4 drops on the biscuits and give that biscuit to the pet or a dog or a cat, and that is how we give the medicines. 1 pellet is sufficient for easy to lose, and small animals we usually give 3 to 5 pellets, and large animals we usually give 8 to 10 pellets. And whatever we are doing, we take only 30 number of size of this standard size of this tablets, and we mix them with half teaspoonful, and then we draw that medicated water, and with the help of a syringe we sprinkle that medicated water into the mouth or on the nostril of that pet. These some learn first aid, some type remedies. This is acute trauma, post-trauma pain. Then we have to study remedies. This is not we have to note down some symptoms. Then we have to compare remedies. Yes, we have to compare remedies for similar conditions, then we have some basic remedies on hand. This is how we will go for this. If we homeopathy remedies stimulate a reaction of the vital force. Yes, this is the basic principle of veterinary homeopathy, as you know very well. We have to stimulate the vital force, and if we make this point, and definitely our pet is going to get treated or getting his cure. Like in the car ignition, once the motor starts, no turning the key. If the motor stalls, turn the key again. This is an example. If we have stimulated this vital force with our homeopathy, then there is no need to further give the medicine and other issues. High potencies, longer effect, and low potency, shorter effect, and we do use it also in animals. Whenever use 200 potency, we give only single or on alternate days, and whenever give 30 potency or 6 potency, we may repeat them 2 to 3 times a day. Then severe life-threatening, repeat frequently. Yes, we in case of dystocia, we have used so many medicines in dystocia, or whenever there is a problem in giving birth to the animal. So then at that time we repeat these medicines like gelsemium, then calophyllum. Whenever there is no opening of the opening of the cervix, then we use this calophyllum 1 m, 10 m, and we repeat it after 10 to 15 minutes, and within no time we get the results, and it is open, and our animals gives birth to its pup or it is kitten. Every 2 to 5 minutes for low potencies. Yes. In case of septicemias, we use this Baptisia very frequently, and we use this Baptisia 6 potency for all the septicemia conditions, because in animals there are so lot of cases where there is septicemia, and Baptisia is the best one, and we use Baptisia 6 after every 5 minutes. Repetition acute uses response in 1 to 3 doses in acute cases. If no response, maybe wrong remedy. If response, then stops. Repeat remedy, need high potency, then second remedy. Yes, we follow this rule again. Whenever we give 30 potency, and if we are getting good results, and if we want to make it 200, then we will use it only after 1 week and 2 weeks, you can say like that, and we are getting very good results. We follow the same principles as in human beings. These are full pattern of psychology, behavior and modalities. The importance of symptoms, just as with people, patients, animals give the farmer clues into their individual character all the time. He just needs to look and listen. Observation is always the key. After spending just a few minutes watching a barn full of cattle or a field full of sheep, you can start to pick out individual characters. That one at the back who is easily spooked, or the impulsiveness of the calf that comes right up to you. And if you watch for long enough, you may observe drinking habits and notice whether they drink for a long time at once or just few sips. Yes, as I have already told you, we have to be very observations techniques with us, and this is the owner who will let us know everything. And is taking this water frequently. If it's not taking any water, like then we will think about if there's a mucous membranes are dry, then this is 100% a case of bryonia. And if it takes the water frequently, and it is restlessness, and it is there's a diarrhea, and there's some vomiting also, then it is a case of arsenic. This is how we differentiate between cases and between remedies. We have to remember all these constitutional remedies and basic remedies, all with all the points like that. You can notice whether a peculiar lame animal walks better on the soft straw or on the hard yard. Yes, this is very, very important. As I already told you, we have to be very, very observational techniques with us. Whether the cow who seems to be breathing heavily is leaning against the wall or sport. Yes, very, very important. If it is breathing heavily, is leaning against the wall. This will come with certain other remedy. This is the case of brania. Whenever there is a brania, it will lean, breathing heavily and leaning against. Otherwise, if it is separately, if it had barking cough only, and then we can think about the sabadella or spongia, you can say like that. So observation is the very, very main key. We have to be very, very observational techniques with us. The homeopathy skill starts when he begins to transform these common sense observations into useful, hence valuable signs. Mental symptoms reflect the animal's emotional or behavioral state. These might include fear, restlessness, sadness, aggressive behavior, or excitability. Fear is there, restlessness is there, sadness, aggressiveness. We have to be very, very peculiar about all these observations. You should obviously know if you had any aggressive animal. At the other end of the scale, you can get very submissive animals who are these pulsar types, very, very submissive. The ones who roll over at the drop of hat and are very, very affectionate. This is the example I give the main example is of this pulsatilla. Whenever we goes to some herd, you can say when you do tambela, this is Hindi, it's called tambela, where the animals are kept. Whenever we go that tambela, there are so many animals which will be afraid from us. They will run away from us. Okay, and some of animals, they will come to you, they will hug with you. Always there are 100% pulsatilla patients. Like there are very suspicious animals over there. They will watch you and they will see you and they will follow you. And whenever they find the time, they will bite you. That is the laxist patients. This is how we come to know about the constitutional phases of the remedies and these constitutional animals. A special tact and insight on the part of physician are needed to evaluate the emotional causes of disease. For instance, few patients would know that ailments from mortification might be the most important symptom in their cases, or that suppresses of sex needs or anger might rank as a leading cause in their illness. Yes, in animals, whenever we try to suppress their anger, we try to suppress their sex needs. There is a lot of problems over there, and we get remedies from them. Animal caregivers are aware of the powerful existence of the emotional side of their pets, and it is to see that animals have an intuitive understanding of the cognitive healing properties of homeopathic medicines. So homeopathy is a soul medicine with a very, very good healing properties, and this is the our animal owner. That's why people all over the world, they are choosing this very, very soothing effect and this very good effects of this homeopathy, and more people are inquiring us for this homeopathy. So there is also homeopathy medicines, and these are some of these some mental symptoms and possible remedies. Anxiety in general, as you know very well, arsenic is a major. Aurum, Agnesia, Nux vomica, Phosphorus, Pulsatilla. In our case, Agnesia is the main medicine, main remedy. Hello, you're listening now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Everything is okay?
Yeah, it's audible and it's very wonderful. It's going cool.
Okay. So, in case of Agnesia, whenever we use Agnesia, when there is a problem of letdown of milk, in animals, what happens whenever their animals calves died, or cats kitten died, or in our dog cases their this calf died, then they get sometimes they never give the milk, and our farmers they need milk only, and they give the pituitary injection. And whenever whenever they approaches us, and in veterinary homeopathy we use this Agnesia 1M. Whenever the death of the calf, whenever there is no milk after the death of the calf, we get 100% result with Agnesia. This is the beauty of the homeopathy. We have to go to the cause. What is the cause behind it? If the farmer says to us, he's not giving milk, this is not a sense. We have to inquire him more and more questions. If his calf is died, if his calf is alive, when from which time he's not giving milk, and then we can find out what is the cause and what is the cause and what is the then we have to decide the medicine. That is Agnesia. Excitability, yes, there's a lot of excitability in animals. There's a lot of medicines for that. Aconite is a basic medicine. Halsamiasis, Lexis. Again, Lexis patients are always suspicious patients, and they are always suspicious. And whenever there's you can say blue colored skin, and any skin turns blue, that is a Lexis patient. Platina patients, as you already am discussing, they are very holy patients, and they are very proudy. You can say this is a male in our male animals. They use this platina in a large scale. And phosphorus cases, and in phosphorus, our animals they are very playful. And whenever there is some bleeding problem, and there is some major issues, and if thundering problem like that, and we use this phosphorus. Fears being alone or separated from goose, yes, very important in animals, because there is a lot of fear with them. Arsenic is the best #1 medicine. Then conium, hyoscyamus, lilium ting, lycopodium, phosphorus, pulsatilla, sepia, stramonium. Treating this condition during artificial insemination could enhance fertility. Yes, we are using this stramonium during this artificial insemination. In animals, it is not possible to mate them every time. So we use this artificial insemination, and it is also possible in dogs and dogs also. So, so this is stramonium is the medicine which we give after to enhance our fertility, because in animals reproduction is the main criteria. Every time in cattle and buffalo, our country's economy is totally dependent on the fertility, only on the fertility, reproduction. If our animals doesn't reproduce, we will not get milk. If they don't reproduce, we will not get calves, we will not get next nation. And breeding, that is the main important point, where we have to use high proven bulls. We use their high proven bull semen, that is to increase their breeding power, and to increase their milk levels and all the levels. Fears contact or touch, yes, we also this observe from these animals, how these they get fear when they are being touched, like this Antimony crudum, then this Apis, Arnica, Belladonna. Chamomilla is the main medicine, where there's always a stinging effect. There are a lot of cases when they come to us with the owner, and if the if the pet says, okay, don't leave me alone, it is clinging and clinging. It is whenever the owner tries to uncling it, it again clings. So this is always a chamomilla patient. So from that point, we also observe the things whenever a patient comes, and we also observe that patient, and sometimes we get medicine like that. Phosphorus, in case of nux vomica patient is always an irritable patient. It wants to, certain time it wants to live alone, and it is always very, very irritable, and it never cooperates. And whenever we find these symptoms in this, whenever there is an indigestion problem, and when there is this problem of irritation, and it wants to remain alone, and nux vomica is it gives miracle results in all the indigestion cases. Nux vomica is very, very good in all the indigestion cases, like affection also. Effect of grief, yes, may occur at weaning in both dam and calf. Apis aurum causticum agnesia is the basic medicine in that case. Whenever there is a problem of weaning, and when there is a death of calf and there is no milk, and animal is not giving milk after the death of the calf, agnesia 1M, we use it in hypertension. Then natriuretic phosphoric acid. This can also occur when animals are transported to urine or when groups are changed around. Yes, this is a very, very big problem in animals. Okay, we have to transport them. Suppose we want to bring them from Punjab to Kerala or from Kerala to Punjab. So there's a big distance of 2,000 kilometers. So we have to, we give these medicines like arnica, basic medicines like arnica and this phosphoric acid, and this we are getting best and best results, and we never get any mortality in that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's audible. It's clear. Yes, sir.
Everything okay now?
Yes, sir. Didn't hear you.
Mismothering, failure to accept. CPI is the main medicine in that case. Whenever the perineal problems, sometimes our this dog, bitch, you can't say bitch. It is not cooperating it with it is kittens, and it is all its own pets, its own children, you can say like that. So then CP is the medicine, Simsifuga, Pulsatilla, Stamonium, Ratum album, all these medicines. Violent destructive behavior. Belladonna is the best medicine when there is a violation, when there is barking, when there is a dog, it is barking everybody, it attacks with them, it is attacking everybody, and it is barking without any reason. Then hyoscyamus is the medicine, then nitric acid is there, then nux vomica, phosphorus, stamonium, these are only medicines. Then milk letdown problems, we do use this aconite and this Aristolochia, Chamomilla, Gelsemium, Agnesia, Lilium ting, Pulsatilla, and Artica urines also. Alfalfa is the medicine, Isoputida is also there. We use all the sometimes 2 to 3 remedies for the letdown problems. Then stress, yes. Whenever our animals they are in stress, we use Califos 6x like or 12x. We get better and better results whenever they are in stress. Behavior modalities, these are basic 4 temperaments: nervous, bilious, and phlegmatic, as you know very well. Nervous indicate constitutions of quick actions, and high strung characterized by nervous disease of various kinds are treated with arsenic. Bilious have a tendency to liver diseases, and sanguineous related to congestive and plethoric states, and phlegmatic sluggish in reaction. Combination of these primary types in different proportions give rise to many other types of temperaments. Then crossness and spitefulness, unicivil and oversensitive hyperesthesia, we use opium and chamomilla. In anger, constituencies of symptoms occurring after staphysagria, colocynth, and bryonia. Fear, anxiety, dread, and symptoms caused by them, aconite in hypertension. Then sullen, wanted to be alone, that is nux vomica. It is very, very irritant case also. Then wakeful and constantly on move, cophia cruda. Mild, tearful, aggravation by consolation. If aggravation by consolation, that is natriuretic. And if it's amelioration by consolidation, this is pulsatilla. This is the main difference between two medicine, as you know very well. Then full of contradictions, always ignitia. Then see certain conditions for we use for this trauma. Arnica is the first remedy. Then excellent pain relief, bruising, any type of trauma is there. Broken bones are there. Whenever there is some birds cases, whenever they fall from, you can say, from wires or from trees. So we use always the arnica, and we are getting best results with arnica. Oozing passive hemorrhage. Whenever they after surgical operations, whenever they problems, we use arnica. May drop back when approached. This is a case of a cat where we use this arnica. This is a stage of fear stage of this cat. There's trauma injury to area rich in nerve endings. Yes, we use every time. There's tooth, nails, coronary. We use every time Hypericum. Best, one of the best medicines. Crushing injuries, punctures, amputations, head spinal trauma after arnica fully acts. The lumbosacral coccygeal pain after a fall. May treat tetanus. Preserves vitality of torn, lacerated tissues, almost entirely separate from the body. Yes, we use also this Bellis perinus also from the deep-seated wounds. When there is a deep problem, when there is a deep ending problem, we use Bellis with after arnica, you can say like that. Bleeding problems, when there is a bright red blood and from superficial vessels, aconite, especially from surgery, then fear, and in fast force, there is small bleed much, and in a playful mood, and it is very in a good mood. It is very playful by characters, and it is fast force is the recommended medicine in that case. Perfuse, when there's gushing bright red blood, it is epica every time, and whenever there is also some nausea and this vomiting is there, so this is the best medicine, epica. We use it in 30 pregnancy every time. Then oozing passive hemorrhage related to surgical operations, we use arnica in castration. And if there is a venous capillary bleeding, hemamelis. Yes. In case of hematomas, we use combination of arnica and hemamelis every time, and we are getting best results in this dogs and cats where there is a hematoma of the ear. Recently, I have treated one case in Canada where there is a hematoma, and they have actually the veterinarian has suggested them for a surgery, but they believe in homeopathy only. Then they approached me, and I have prescribed them only arnica and hemamelis, and we have got a wonderful results. Sometimes I will show the this picture also. Then post-operative pain, yes, Staphylococcus is one of the best medicine when there is some we have done suturing and when there is some problem, and we usually give the Staphylococcus after this post-operative surgeries. Bellis perinus is a deep tissue bruising, very good medicine. In animals, we use this animals frequently use this medicine. Bellis perinus, postpartum pain after hard labor and stochia. And we do see this is giving best results. Bellis perinus 30 potency only. Post-operative pain, orthopedics. If there is some orthopedics case, muscle pain, like we give the arnica. Like I have told you, if after transportation there is a problem, some muscle pains, we give arnica. And when there is some bone or periosteal pains, some phytum is the best medicine and speeds fracture healing. And we every time when we give arnica and we side by we give also some phytum in case of birds which always fall from high tension wires and big height trees and so on and so on. We usually get 3 to 4 cases daily of these you can say these sparrows, parrots, pigeons, all these they come to us, and their 100% respond to these very beautiful homeopathic medicines. that's arnica and symphytum. And when is a nerve injury, amputation, hypericum, there is no alternation, no alternative of hypericum anywhere in the world. Only hypericum is the best medicine for all the type of nerve injuries. And then the post-operative pain, orthopedics, when there's a better with motion, we do use Rustox, Ruta, accessory flex tendons. In animals, there is some, whenever there's a problem with their tendons, they will reflect it like anything. They will go to laminitis. I have treated so many cases of the post-laminitis with only this Ruta and Rustox. Worse with motion, always Brania. Brania is irritable, angry, and thirsty. This is Brania. That is aconite. This is how this aconite is explained. Who come into the exam or writing room terrified, anxiety animal in sudden fear before going into the showing corneal injuries is how is this aconite is used. This is aconite patient. You see this constitutionally, you can see somewhat you can see how this aconite, they feel fear of death, you can say like that. And this first and second degree burns, yes, this is very, very important in our veterinary cases because fourth or fifth patient comes with the burns and he always do the scantries and never turned us down. It's very, very good medicine, very, very best drugs, very economical. It is used by our farmers or our people because it is very, very economical and it gives very, very best results. And it never creates any problem, never give any side effects. That is the beauty of the homeopathy. This is a folks feet fire on pads treated with alloy 10 to 14 days. And this we have given only this one potency, only 2 doses. Next day walking comfortably. This we have used. Hello, it's okay?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. It's going fine.
How much time I should continue more?
Yeah, you can continue, sir.
I will continue for 10 minutes more.
No. You can continue, sir. No problem.
Okay, no problem. Show anesthetic recovery, debilitated animals. Carbo vegetable is the best. This is charcoal actually. Extremities feel cold to touch when the gums are blue. Patient is weak, cold. Life force seem to enabling, and there is a some you can say it is cold. When you touch the animal, it is cold. Whenever it touches face, it is cold. When there is a coldness, and carbohydrate is very, very important. This important remedy in our case because it gives very, very good results. Carbo vegetables. Lacerations, sharp incision type, then Staphylococcus. We also differentiate between all these issues. Infected wounds, we give hypericum, and very painful wounds, we again give hypericum. Lacerations, ragged, gapping on this large surface wounds, prevent infection, discourage proud flesh, speeds granulation of wide open wounds, don't use wounds, and we use over here this calendula. Calendula is a very, very good medicine which has proven its effects for speeds granulation. Very, very good medicine in wounds, and we have treated so many wounds with this calendula. One of the best medicines, best possible medicine available on this earth is calendula. And lidum, where you have some bite wounds like for animal, insects, ticks, wounded parts are cold, will cause puncture to gap open and may prevent tetanus if given shortly. That is ledum. We do use only ledum on 30 potency. Not accepting puppies is CPR, yes. Very, very effective medicine. And every 10th case comes to us of these of dogs and bitches is only this of not accepting puppies. CPA is the best medicine, and it is very, very good medicine. It gives best results, and we use CPR 200. Lactation insufficient milk or not drying up after weaning. Yes, there is a certain problem in animals. When it is not drying up after weaning, we have to give pulsatilla. And uterine inertia during labor. Yes, very, very useful animal, very, very useful remedies, calophyllum. We use in 1M and repeat it in every 10 to 15 minutes. And I have during labor, and I have carved more than 3,000 animals till date with only calophyllum, and that is best medicine. Calophyllum, we may follow with this calophyllum 1M with pulsatilla 1M. Best results we are getting with this uterine inertia and all the dystochias and everything. Yes, there are a lot of abscess cases in animals with this in pets, and which are painless. Then training not healing. Each is the best medicine we are using them. If we want to support them, then we use in this 30 potency. If we want to dry them, we use in high potency. Nice or timid behavior, then it is thirsty one. It is Licia. Hipersulf, again, a very, very best medicine for abscesses, but over here, abscesses are always painful. And patient seeks warmth. That is we have to, you know, how it seeks warmth. It will always try to remain indoors. This is how you observe a animal, how you observe a dog or cat. Patients seek warmth. Whenever it comes to open, this means it is not seeking any warmth. Irritable or nasty behavior, it is always thirsty one. It helps prevent or treat cellulitis. It is Hipersulf. Then mercurius, Mercsol, ulcerating, smelly, discharging abscesses. Whenever there is a smelly discharge abscess, we always use without any problem this Mercsol. Very painful. It is always very painful, and there is a lot of saliva. Yes, it is very, very important. Lot of saliva, gum problems, red gums, bad breath odors, and that's why it is used as the main remedy in FMD. Foot and mouth disease is the main problem in large animals, in cattle and cow and buffaloes. Foot and mouth disease is a very, very biggest problem, and in them only this medicine is helping them. Mercsol, because there is a lot of saliva, gum problems, red gums, and bad breath odor. These are the only 4 symptoms are there, and Mercsol doing wonders in FMD. Sensitive to both heat and cold, very thirsty. Homeopathy for wildlife, we also do use sometimes for wildlife because of we have no friends, and we suggest them we can go with this homeopathy, and they are also telling their experiences, and we also tell them some our experiences. Homeopathy, as you know, there are some we use also some sorts like Sorinum, like Basilinum. We use them frequently because they are very, very useful, and especially in atopic dermatitis and in scabies and so and so on. So these are the substitute for vaccination also. Then homeotoxicology, variation introduced by Reykjavik, use homeopathy combinations. We do use also sometime homeopathy combinations for letdown of milk, because no single medicine doesn't work over here. That's why you have to give 2 to 3 remedies only for this letdown of milk. Then there's again one case of this 8-year case of indoor only cat. These are some systolic murmurs over there. Ventricle was small. It was like this, minor mitral regurgitation, and we have tied over this digitalis over there, and you know we have get the best results from the digitalis in heart cases, you can say like that. We do use also some flavor remedies. In case of our pets. Basically, we use there are a lot of remedies. You can say that there are 37 flower remedies, but we use only few of them. Rescue is one of the best one, because sometimes our cats and dogs they are not comfortable with the given situations. Whenever we give them a rescue flower remedy, they got better and better results with the rescue remedy. There are so many medicines, but we use only this rescue remedy. Uh, uh, these are some of the rescue remedy uses. Terminally ill animals for pain, stress, restlessness. Animals are grieving before a household move. Cats and nervous dogs, like I have told you. Okay, whenever there is some problem with them, dogs and cats, whenever they go to second house or they are abandoned, then rescue remedies are best giving results. When adopting a new animal, traveling, we give them rescue remedies. These are some of the studies which have been done on this rescue remedy. Then for fear is also there. Homeopathic remedies for emergencies, falls, bruises, sprains. We do use arnica, hypericum. Okay, I will go through just by some of the medicines. Then calcarea phos we use for heel bones. In the lean animals, ruta is for this joints and the tendons. Rustox is for all the when the animals burst from cold and damp. We have to study all these issues. In Rustox, this is very, very important. It is burst from cold and damp. Whenever there is a rainy season and there is some cold also, Rustox is the best medicine we have to give. Brania will help with joint problems when the animal can't stand. To be jets, how they may be better from hard pressure. This is the beauty of the Brania. We have to remember all these issues. Hit by car. Whenever there is a hit by car, our animals, sometimes dog and cats, other animals, they go hit by car. The first medicine which we give in high doses, like 200 potency or 1 amp potency. Then aconite is the second, along with the arnica or after the arnica. Then puncture wounds, including from rusty objects, cat and dog bites. This is Lidum is always our best indicated remedy whenever there is some puncture wounds or from rusty objects. Light and remedies are used to treat these bites. Bring water some for me. Bites from rabid dogs. If the wound suppurates and become infected, other remedies such as hypersulf and mercury may be indicated, like lysine. Feed pins in doors of your trunk, hypericum, bee stings, apis. Carbolic acid, the most common remedy for anaphylactic shock from bee stings. Yes, we do use this carbolic acid because there are a lot of bee stings which attack our animals like dog and cats. Whenever there is some bee sting attack or something like that attack, we try with the, apis and carbolic acid. Arnica or Lidum, again when there is some bruised wounds. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Doing fine.
Okay. I'm taking some water only. 1 minute only.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Then there is snake bites. This is a common problem with our animals. So Laxis is the main remedy. When there is poisonous and snake bites, Lax is the one of the main remedies. Then second is Ledum. We do use also Crotalus horridus, and we never use this Crotalus persivella, but maybe better, but always some Laxis. Silicia remedy known as spell any foreign matter that's entered the body. Silicia we use in frequently, and this one. In the ingestion of toxins and overeating, Nux vomica is the best medicine. Arsenical, when there is from ingestion of some toxins or the food poisoning, anything, arsenic is the best medicine. Fast force may be indicated in when there is internal bleeding or blood in the stool, and when the animal is very, very cooperative, and when the animal is very, very playful, we always use fast force. Burns, as I have already told you, cancer is the best medicine. Glandular gel we use over the skin. If the burns are severe and include renal involvement as juvenile problems, cancer is the best medicine for burns, third degree burns or second degree burns. Causticum, deep burns, especially burns that don't heal. Causticum, we do use causticum in pets. Eye injuries, we do use Ledum, Staphylococcus, Symphytum, arnica. Then this pulsatilla patient, which Kochu, this 4 years, so afraid that always seeking pet. Since months, she scratches herself. She has pimples and much dandruff. She began licking herself and pulls her hair on the palm. Pimples and dandruff appeared then. The vet injected cortisone and this stopped but resumed again a fortnight later. This was repeated 3 times. Now decide to try homeopathy. She scratches the pimples till it bleeds a little and gets cuts. It is worse in the morning. When she is occupied, she doesn't scratch. She may scratch for some than a quarter of an hour. She is fed with rice, vegetables, and a little meat. She doesn't drink much. Her stool is normal. She turns around while before making it. Urine and respiration are normal. She went in heat twice when she was 9 months old and 2 years. When we are sitting, she comes and sticks her bottom against us. You think now this rubric. When we are sitting, she comes and sticks her bottom against us. With us, she is very kind, very yielding. With Mr. the other shepherd, she is really dictatorial. With unknown people, she shows herself a little aggressiveness. She barks but goes backward. What surprises me in her is this permanent sort of contact. She even comes on our knees. Mistral is not like that. Is this a need to reassure herself? Solution. With such keynotes, there is no need of repetition. Received 5 grams of this pulsatilla, and 4 nights later, a phone call told me there is no more scratching. Then they begin to lick her ass. The anal glands were emptied and now everything is fine. So this is how this Koshu was become afraid, and later she could attend dog shows with success. So this is how a pulsatilla patient. So we have to think about some constitutional remedies. We have to think about some particular observation characteristics of a patient. Problem is whatever problem she has, she is going to be cured. But we have to find some constitution of our animal. Dog with some skin eruptions. He was suffering from skin eruptions for around half a year. He had visited a vet many times and had taken a lot of medicine, but there was no improvement. The vet said the problem was too fatty food and for him for all food except dried granules for dogs. He had eaten the food for 3 months, but there is no relief. He was an army dog. The itching is the worst during the night. Now, note the friends, we have noted now remedies now. Just during the night. And dog bite himself day in the day out. So the open wounds couldn't heal at all. The owner got him when he was 2 years old and he was full of ticks and looked scared. She took good care of him. After a while, she started to take him to exhibitions where he got many awards. He could pose nicely and liked people looking at him. He doesn't like to be alone. This is again a main rubric. And liked people looking at him. This is very, very sleepy and he naps all day long. However, if the owner leaves the room, he wakes up and follows her. He is very attached to his owner. Even if she goes to the toilet, he follows her. He sits in front of the toilet door. He very often makes sound as if he is quarreling with the people. He always pushes his leg under the carpet. He trembles, has nightmares. Summary of symptoms for respiratory: skin itch at night, mind biting herself, then mind symptoms, delusions, stature, poses as stature to be, mind company desired for, sleep, sleeplessness, mind clinging, persons or future to, mind quarrelsome, journals trembling externally, dream, Nijgit bears. This is how we represent that case. And after the repetition, we come to know about Stramonium 30C. One granule, one dose we are given in the morning and one in the evening. Follow up 2 days later, the dog was much better. He stopped biting himself and his skin started to be recovered. I followed him for 15 days. There were a lot of improvements in his behavior as well. The nightmare stopped. So this how we then they called the owner to dog see what was going on. She told me that the dog had been fine since taking the homeopathic medicine. Unfortunately, somewhat poisoned the dog a few days before I called. He had passed away from the poisoning. So this, friends, how we goes with these cases. So friends, I should stop now. Hello.
No problem, sir.
It is okay now.
You can continue if you
So
want.
I have a lot of other cases also, but we will discuss sometime again.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Okay.
sir. No problem. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Now, let's have a question answer session now. Everybody who are having doubts, please type in the chat box. I will read it out.
Ask doubts already there in the chat box of registry.
Okay. Yeah, that some best which homeopathic medicine is best against rabies bite? Somebody has asked.
Hello.
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 Yes, sir.
Hanji, Hanji.
I will read it out once more. Which homeopathic medicine is best against rabies bite? Somebody has asked. Dr. K.K. Sardar.
I didn't understand.
Okay.
Which homeopathy is best for?
Rabies bite.
Rabies bite.
Rabid dog bite. Yeah. I think he meant by a rabid dog bite, I think.
Actually, we don't recommend at that time some homeopathy medicine because lysine is there. There is no problem in that. Lysine is there. But we advise to the people, they will naturally go for this vaccinations.
Yes.
That is best.
Somebody has asked for worm trouble for dogs. What we have to give?
Huh?
Worm trouble.
Worm trouble. There are medicines. They are like Sina and Dorim are there, and the other 2-3 more medicines. But we never get good results from them. So we actually we don't try too much medicines in this. You can say the medicine which never give good results. We never try them. So it is always better because our owners, they never like that the deworming should be done with this Sina. There are certain people who like it. If we prefer them, they can go with Sina. That is giving good results. But whenever there is of Sina, then we prescribe Sina only. Otherwise, you prefer to prescribe them dewormers allopathically.
Okay, sir. I will read out the next question. Itching and skin disease in dogs, but I think sir has already explained about it.
Which one? Skin diseases?
Itching and skin diseases in dog, what to give?
Hanji?
Sir?
Hello?
Itching and skin diseases in dogs.
Yes, we have a lot of skin medicines in this atopic dermatitis. For scabies and for itching, we do use Bacillinium 1 m, as a you can say intercurrent remedy. Then we do use this sorinum. We always use some these medicine, this sulfur as a main medicines. Then acid floor when there's a too much scratching and these feathers and it is hairs are falling. It is already used some acid floor, and there are a lot of medicines you can see like that. Skin, yes, we are using in a big way and frequently these medicine. We are getting excellent results for itching and all issues with homeopathy. Yes.
So somebody has asked about what are the courses we can do to be a veterinary doctor in homeopathy. After taking homeopathy degree, what to do for becoming a veterinary homeopathician?
Till date in India, only veterinary graduates can do this one homeopathy course, that is from Kerala University, and there is no course from homeopaths to have a course of this animals, because
We had a course, sir. We had a course in the university, but it is not there now.
okay.
Yeah. I think we had a course in Kerala University, but I don't know what is the situation right now. Dr. Rajeshri, any more questions?
One more is there for urinary infection in dogs who passes stones.
Yes. We are using frequently. We are using this Berberis vulgaris and Cantharis. We are getting excellent results from the Berberis vulgaris.
Yeah.
Mother tincture.
Okay, sir.
Best results, and we are treated so many cases of this. We also using this for acute kidney disease and chronic kidney disease, and there are so many kidney diseases we are treating with this homeopathy for all the urinary tract infections. We are getting best results with homeopathy. Sometimes I will put up some slides over here again for this only for urinary problems.
Somebody has asked if is it possible to use Carboveg for birds?
Yes, when there's a total body is cold, okay. When there's some state of poisoning is also there, because it is Carboveg, it is pure charcoal. Carboveg is charcoal.
Yeah.
Okay, so it gives best result. We use so many times this Carboveg.
Mostly in 34, isn't it?
Yes, in large animals, in mastitis cases. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You can say.
In large animals, in mastitis cases, we use this Carboveg with the sulfur, silicea, and Carboveg. For a very good in mastitis cases, it gives best results. This combination, sulfur, silicea, and Carboveg. This is a combination in mastitis. That is the biggest problem in India in large animals in India.
Okay, sir. Sir, somebody from Facebook asked that whether is it possible to use Carboveg for birds? Paraphagial, losing vital force, trembling, and not eating.
Yes. Whenever there's a fall in the body temperature and this fat is pretty cold, there's no vital force key. These only which have saved so many cases. Otherwise, their owner have said this has died. So Carboveg is very good medicine. You can say this is life-saving drug. You can say like that.
Okay, Dr. Rajeshri, any more questions from the Zoom?
Offensive flatulence problem in dogs. Any medicine is there? Hello. Sir, offensive flatulence.
Which one?
Offensive flatulence problem in dogs. 1 second, sir. Hello.
I didn't hear that properly. Yeah, let me know again.
Yeah. Offensive Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now hear me. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Offensive flatulence problem in dogs. Any medicines is there?
Yes, euptorium purpurament is there. Yes.
Okay.
Euptorium
Hemorrhage from-
purpuratum is the best medicine.
Okay, okay.
Eh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hemorrhage from penis of dogs.
Which one?
Hemorrhage from penis of dogs.
Hemorrhage from
Penis.
penis. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Naturally, always there is arnica.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
But
But we have to, we can't say like allopathic, if you have temperature, you give this paracetamol. No.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
In
sure, sure.
homeopathy, we have to, as I already told you, we have to take the case. We have to take the individuality case. This is not a group of animals, you can say like that. If there is any hemorrhage, you give arnica only. No, phosphorus is also there. There are a lot of there are more than 100 medicines are there for hemorrhage. But we have to see the constitution of the animal also, no?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think most of the questions have been answered now. And someone has asked for the next session on dogs regarding systemic diseases like hepatic and renal disease. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. I think the questions have almost over.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So thank you. So nice to you.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. It's great to know that even animals are benefiting greatly from homeopathy. It again establishes how natural and effective homeopathic healing art is. Sir has explained clearly how to approach a case of veterinary using the same homeopathic principles that we apply to humans, and observation is the main skill that we need. Repetition, dosage, and how to take the case has been clearly explained. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Looking forward to more sessions, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. So nice to you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Thank you. So nice to you.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And this session is sponsored by Advent Biotech. We are so happy to be associated with them.
So it is okay for you?
Hello.
You're happy with it?
Yeah. We need another session, sir. I will call you definitely. Okay.
Okay, dear. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Doctor, can you just play the Advent ad? Hello.